Alright guys, how are you guys doing today? So today I want to go over some Lunar settings I have and just general Minecraft settings that I use because I know that in the past some of you have asked for like a settings review or something like that, so I want to go over it. So I kind of want to start off with general settings at first though because it's more easy to go through. But first, I mean, nothing really special. You can pause the video right here. But as you see, I max my FPS at 250, and I keep a lot of my particles decreased and stuff like that. But besides that, there's really nothing in video settings that really I change a lot. But now we're gonna go on to some Lunar settings. Alright, now on to some Lunar mods. A lot of these mods are just general use and it's up to you if you want to enable it. But for one thing I encourage you guys to enable is fog customizer because in general it also helps for 1.20 for like speed running, for example. Because fog customizer, basically you can disable fog for yourself and you can basically see through the nether, and it also just enhances your visibility in just any game in general. Nick Hider, obviously one of the most important things on Hypixel for me because obviously I don't want to get sniped as a 1600 star in Bedwars. Now chat and scoreboard and pack are just quality of like life mods. Like that's up to you if you want to, but toggle sprint and zoom, you need to have zoom 100% if you're using it, but toggle sprint is up to you of course. But I currently use toggle sprint right now because it is something I use the majority of my Bedwars games. Now, name tags, global tooltips, I have no idea what those things are, or what those things change, but that's up to you if you want to enable them. But also, make sure to have lighting enabled. If you don't have full bright or full bright texture pack, make sure you have lighting enabled, because if you don't have lighting enabled, you cannot see. And going to CPS, this is just something as a visual for my viewers to see like how much CPS I'm getting, because I know a lot of time my viewers are like, can you click like a lot of CPS or something like that? And well, you can see on my CPS counter, obviously. Now, one of the last mods I want to go over is 1.7 visuals. If you don't know what 1.7 visuals is, it's basically a way to make your graphics, or like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like a visual thing, because there's a visual difference between 1.7 and 1.8. For example, the block hitting is different in 1.8, while 1.7 is a lot more like something like I like to use. So for me, I would love to turn 1.7 visuals on every single time for every single client, no matter what, because for example, like there's just different visual stuff between 1.8 and 1.7, and 1.7 is just better in my opinion. Now going on to some settings, you guys can pause the video right here or screenshot the video if you want to see all of this stuff for yourself. But a lot of this is just default stuff like that. But one thing I want to point out is me keeping a lot of these Lunar cosmetics off. Because one thing for sure, if you want to have the best FPS possible, you need to turn off these Lunar emotes and cosmetics because it lags your PC a lot, and that's why I have it off, or most of them off, except for like emotes, I think, because emotes are just not really that effective, I guess. Now going on to performance, I believe lazy chunk loading is on as default, but for the best possible FPS, you need to have it off because it is awful for your FPS, I will say that for sure. And all of this other stuff is just, up to your taste, if you know what I mean. It's not really gonna like affect your gameplay at all, but this is one thing. Lazy chunk loading, yeah, just have it off. I guess the last thing I can go into is back in the general settings. One thing that I think I forgot to talk about in video settings and performance is making sure that you have smooth FPS on, or fast render on, fast math, a lot of these things on, because those things will help. But besides that, there's like nothing really much else. A lot of these are just up to you, but I will say pay attention to having this stuff on, because smooth FPS allows for obviously smoother frames and less fluctuation in FPS. And besides that, dynamic FOV off, VBOS, this is just up to you. But yeah, I will say in total, like I do have a very simplistic layout for my Lunar mod settings and stuff like that. So if you came here for like some fancy stuff like that, this video is not for you. But yeah, I do hope you enjoyed this video because I intend to lean on a more simplistic approach to settings and stuff like that because my PC is kind of bad, but at the end of the day, it's what it is. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time.